In the wake of his triumphs in Italy and the victory over Henry the Lion, Emperor Frederick Barbarossa's reputation as a lion-hearted ruler spread across Europe. The realm began to witness the ascendance of a true lion, roaring louder with each strategic move. The imperial court was now a hub of activity, alive with the energy of a ruler poised to reshape history. Frederick was not one to rest on his laurels. He saw the potential to forge a lasting legacy and sought to make every moment count. Frederick's diplomatic acumen played a crucial role in shaping his rule. Understanding the power of alliances, he worked tirelessly to foster relationships with neighboring rulers. His marriage to Beatrice of Burgundy, the daughter of Renaud III, Count of Burgundy, was a strategic alliance that strengthened his position in the empire. The emperor's vision extended beyond the borders of the Holy Roman Empire. He sought to exert influence on the European stage, aiming for a more united Christendom. Frederick engaged in diplomatic dialogues with monarchs, such as Louis VII of France and Henry II of England, each conversation a step toward his grand vision. One of the significant diplomatic achievements during this period was the Treaty of Constance in 1153. Frederick, alongside Pope Eugenius III, brokered a truce between the Italian city-states, paving the way for a more stable Italian front. The papal relationship was one of complexity and nuance. Frederick understood the importance of maintaining a delicate balance between asserting imperial authority and appeasing the papacy. The two powers, often at odds, engaged in a dance of diplomacy, each striving for supremacy. Frederick's ambition and vision for the empire were not without critics. The relationship with the papacy faced turbulence, notably with Pope Adrian IV. The investiture controversy loomed large, a thorn in the side of the emperor, Pope dynamic. As Frederick moved forward with his reign, his determination to navigate these intricate webs of politics and power defined him. The lion's roar was no longer just a symbol. It was the sound of a ruler carving his path through a tumultuous era. The investiture controversy, a defining conflict of Frederick Barbarossa's reign, emerged as a battlefield where the lion's roar echoed across the realm and beyond. It was a clash of ideologies, a struggle for control between the secular and ecclesiastical powers. At the heart of this controversy was the right to appoint and invest bishops and abbots. The Church sought to maintain its independence and assert its authority over these appointments, believing that spiritual matters should be within the Church's purview. Frederick, on the other hand, believed in the traditional practice of lay investiture, where secular rulers had a say in these appointments. He saw this practice as essential to maintaining stability and control within the empire. The tension escalated, and in 1157, the conflict reached a critical point when Frederick held an imperial synod in Pavia. He reinforced his stance on lay investiture, further antagonizing the papacy. Pope Adrian IV responded by excommunicating Frederick, a move that sent shockwaves through the empire. The roar of this conflict resonated throughout Christendom. It was not just a power struggle. It was a battle for the very essence of authority and influence within the empire and the Church. To resolve the growing crisis, negotiations took place. The Treaty of Venice in 1177 marked a turning point. Frederick and Pope Alexander III reached a compromise, effectively ending the excommunication. The agreement affirmed the Church's right to elect and invest bishops and abbots, a victory for the ecclesiastical authority. The compromise demonstrated Frederick's adaptability and political wisdom. He knew when to roar and when to find common ground, showcasing the depth of his strategic prowess. The investiture controversy shaped the landscape of medieval Europe, setting a precedent for the delicate balance between secular and ecclesiastical power. Frederick's roar in this conflict was one that echoed through generations, leaving an indelible mark on the relationship between church and state. Emperor Frederick Barbarossa was a man driven by a dream, an aspiration to unite the fragmented Holy Roman Empire into a cohesive and powerful force. This dream of unity consumed him, a vision that propelled his every action during his reign. Frederick recognized that a truly mighty empire required a strong foundation. To this end, he pursued an ambitious policy of legal and administrative reforms. He aimed to standardize laws and regulations across the empire, fostering a sense of unity and coherence. In 1158, during the Diet of Roncaglia, Frederick introduced significant legal reforms that marked a milestone in his quest for unity. These reforms aimed to regulate the feudal system, taxation, and legal practices, fostering a more harmonized governance structure across the empire. The emperor understood that effective communication and infrastructure were crucial for binding the disparate territories of the empire together. His efforts in promoting trade, fostering economic growth, and improving roads and bridges were all geared towards strengthening the imperial fabric. A critical aspect of Frederick's dream was to extend the empire's influence beyond its borders. His grand vision was to establish a stable and united empire that could project power and influence on the European stage, ensuring stability and peace for Christendom. To achieve this, Frederick aimed to expand imperial authority in the northern Italian states, a region fraught with political complexities. His relentless campaigns in Italy, marked by his prowess in both diplomacy and military strategy, were aimed at bringing these regions under the imperial umbrella. Frederick's dream was not just about brute force or sheer conquest. He was a visionary leader who understood the importance of fostering cultural and intellectual growth within his realm. He supported artists, scholars, and architects, contributing to the flourishing of culture during his reign. The lion-hearted emperor's pursuit of unity was ceaseless. His every move, every roar, was dedicated to the realization of this grand vision. It was a quest that would shape the very essence of the Holy Roman Empire. Emperor Frederick Barbarossa's relentless pursuit of unity was a journey marked by both triumphs and trials, as he steered the Holy Roman Empire towards a future shaped by his vision. One of his significant triumphs came in the form of the Peace of Constance in 1183. This landmark treaty brought stability to the empire by securing a truce among the feuding German princes. It was a testament to Frederick's diplomatic finesse, bringing together divergent interests for the greater good of the realm. However, amidst the triumphs, the path to unity was fraught with challenges. Internal conflicts within the empire, resistance from certain nobles, and the constant struggle to navigate the intricate web of medieval politics tested Frederick's resolve. The struggles in Italy persisted, and the clash with the Lombard League presented a formidable obstacle. This league of northern Italian cities resisted imperial authority, challenging Frederick's vision of a united empire. The battles were fierce, and the Lombard League held its ground. In 1176, the Battle of Legnano was a pivotal moment. Frederick, embodying the lion's resilience, faced defeat, a humbling experience for the mighty emperor. This setback led to the Treaty of Venice, a recognition of the Lombard League's autonomy within the Italian territories. Frederick's response to defeat showcased his determination. Rather than being disheartened, he sought to negotiate and compromise, displaying a willingness to adapt his vision for the sake of peace and stability. The struggles and triumphs sculpted Frederick into a leader who understood the nuances of power. His roar was not just about imposing authority, but also about finding common ground, a lesson that reverberated through the annals of history. Join us in the next episode as we delve into the later years of Frederick Barbarossa's reign, exploring the legacy he left and the lasting impact of his reign on the Holy Roman Empire. Stay tuned for more tales of this lion-hearted emperor.